Hi, my name is Denise Heinlein. I am a horse lover through and through. Horses have played a formative role in my life and helped me a huge amount over the years. In the following presentation, I would love to share some thoughts about my journey with horses with you. I was a horse owner and hobby rider for years. Mainly, my life in that environment was full of happiness and kindness. However, even in that situation, surrounded by people who all love horses, I have seen and experienced moments where horses were not treated as friends at all. While I was growing up, I was always very intuitive with horses. I spent lots of time in different stables and with different horse trainers. Later, I started to study equine communication science in Germany. All that taught me a lot about those fantastic animals. There are many great horse people out there, but it was Monty's concepts and his non-violent approach that finally convinced me to dedicate my life to working with horses and become a Monty Roberts instructor. I so admire the fact that he has spent his whole life trying to fully understand the nature of horses and that he continues to share his knowledge with the rest of the world. I am proud to be part of Monty's mission. He not only wants to change the way we deal with horses, but also to make the world a better place for humans too. There are 3 states of mind that are key when working with horses in a respectful way and will help you identify, understand and react to the horse's behavior to lead to the best outcomes. These are awareness, empathy and finally knowledge. I'm going to explain a little about each one, why they are important on their own and how, when combined, they can transform your relationship with your horse. The reason that awareness is so important when working with your horse is that it enables you to understand the whole picture of what is going on, not just with your horse, but in its surroundings is impacting or influencing him or her. In horse training, you need to be aware of your horse, your surroundings and yourself. Your horse will be giving you the smallest signals each second that you are working with him. His body language, his ears, whether he is agitated or relaxed, and how he is responding to external stimuli and noises. Try to listen and watch and observe his body language in order to understand his mood and capabilities in a given session. Try to be also aware of your surroundings, to preempt any interruptions like a car, a dog or a person that could impact your horse's behavior. We are able to translate and rationalize things that could scare or threaten a horse, and having even a few seconds head start on him that can be very important in helping respond to things that occur outside of your control. Finally, it is important to be very conscious of what is going on inside of yourself, how your own body is presenting, how you are moving, and how your attitude is in this exact time. If you are impatient or stressed, this can have huge effects on your horse. So it is really important to have identified your state of mind before beginning your interactions with your horse. In the round pen work, awareness is breathing and moving in the way that we would like our horses to mirror and respond to. When I'm working with my students, especially in the beginning, there is a huge chance once they become sensitive to the impact that awareness of breathing and movement has not only on the horse, but also on themselves. Our ability to respond to a horse can only be as good as our awareness of the horse's initial action, which again plays a huge part in the fluency of the conversation. After we have ensured that we are aware of our horse, the situation, and our own behavior and body language, it is important to make sure that we are able to respond on an emotional level. You can perfectly be aware of all the above mentioned and working your horse for hours with no ability of empathy that they are getting tired. For example, one needs to know how it feels to be physically or mentally tired and how that impacts your own performance. Or to understand the frustration that you can feel if you don't understand a situation because of miscommunication. For example, if you were to travel to a country where you don't speak the language, or simply due to a misunderstanding as it happens so often. Most of all, we need to remember that negative association can come out of situation born of frustration. Empathy can prevent a trainer from responding with frustration or, in the worst case, anger and violence, because a horse is not behaving in the way we would like it to, leading to a happier and more constructive experience for the trainer and the horse, which will speed up results in the long term. In the round pen work, empathy would be knowing and feeling the facts. For example, that a horse is in a new surrounding and that it may have been taken away from the herd for the first time, which will influence its behavior. Or maybe that it is young and not yet balanced, so for example, a canter wouldn't be so easy for the animal. Appreciating and feeling empathy in these situations will definitely change the way that you are able to respond to them, increasing the effectiveness of your work with the horse. With horses, knowledge comes from studying methods like Monty's and to really learn about the species. We can develop understanding of the nature of the horse, including how the brain, the eyes, and all the sensory organs are working, the importance of learning theories, and many hours of gaining experiences by being with them. In the round pen work, it comes back time and time again to the knowledge, only to mention some, that there are different pressure zones in which we are working. The fact that we have to move in specific angles relative to the horse to influence them to do different things. The signals that we have to respond to know about their nature, and everything that we do, if we are aware and empathetic, drives what we are teaching them. As social animals, they are keen to bond, and so are we. The outcome is a trust-based relationship. All those singled out are great, but combined it allows to have a respectful interaction with other beings, not just horses, but humans as well. I would love to show you one example of what did feel for me as a true, respectful interaction. With a horse I have met for the first time at this day during the making of a documentary I'm working on. He was an absolute pure joy to meet and share time with. Okay, so I have him up in energy now, where you can see that he's coming up, listening in. Each time I breathe out and I see if he wants to kind of come to interact. I would like to change directions now. So by changing directions, I have to change my angle a little bit. So to go in front there, block the eye, and ask the horse to change and walk from that side away. So right now my shoulders are quite open. I'm pointing all my body energy towards the horse to move him like this. And he responds immediately on every little bit of bringing up and lowering down. It's a little bit harder for him, so here I have to, yeah. He's communicating constantly with the ear and the neck and everything. Now I'm just staying in that driving line, so when he loses the circle, I'm just following back, and then I ask change of directions again. Perfect. So he's absolutely nice and responsive to wherever my angles and body position is pointing at. I would like him now to start to relax, where he is lowering the head even more. So for me, I'm breathing out. Not quite there yet. He thought that was like my invite. But I just wanted him to lower his pace and come back down to a walk. I want him to stay nice and close to me. And then once I'm ready, I go and change all my angling, my intention from eyes to eyes. Like all the dance now from I'm the leader of his movements, or to I passively go and ask him for the invite for that. Eyes on eyes, shoulders square, and then I go for my invite, take my eyes away, let the horse come over. Encourage him a few more steps to come forward. With movement, I create movement. Yeah. And then for the final, I go for my follow-up. I walk in a nice circle to the right. When the horses are inside of my body, it's easier for them to stay with me there. And then I go to the left to do here a left turn, angle my shoulders to the other side so the horse can stay in towards the inside. And then whenever I'm done, I can change my body position again to ask him for a stop by squaring up in front of him, and then exactly just enjoy the moment.